So, you're an introvert and you have trouble meeting new people or talking to new people, and you want to know how to overcome that. So, today we're going to see an introverted guy go on dates with 20 different women. In this Jubilee reaction, we're going to dissect how this introverted guy reacts to being in this situation in front of cameras, and how you, as an introverted person, could overcome these things. So, without further ado, let's dive right in.
I don't know if I'm more afraid of meeting 20 people or being in front of cameras. I don't know which one's worse.
Yo, he's looking mad scared already.
Tell me what it's like dating as a teenager.
It's almost as if it's only about you, just teenagers, right? They don't have to worry about anything else. They don't have to worry about no bills. But then at the same time, we have things like parents involved. There's school going on still, so it's like interesting.
My guy blowing up. My guy blowing up.
Not interested on going on a date with women. Please leave the circle.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
So as for physical attributes, I usually, prefer someone that is shorter than me. But I'm 5'9". If I strap on some basketball shoes, maybe I'm 5'10".
Okay. Uh-oh.
In terms of like their build and whatnot, I don't have too much of a
This
preference.
is gonna
So
be
much
an
so that they're
interesting
okay with my
video.
build,
I think this is
I
gonna
guess
be
you
a
could
very
say.
interesting video. Alright, so he said I'm 5'9", a smooth 180. I'd be a bit on the chunky side if that's alright. If looking at this guy right here, he's not in bad shape. He seems like he got some muscles. He has a pretty decent I guess fit in clothes. So it's not nothing bad. And the fact that all these women still stuck around right here is an interesting thing. You would have thought that, at least some of them would have got up like in all the other videos. But in this one, they seem to at least find this guy mildly attractive to some degree. And so they're willing to stick it. And it's like the shyness is not always your kryptonite, let's say. Shyness isn't always a kryptonite. Shyness can be a powerful thing, especially if you're more soft spoken and quiet. If you use it as a tool instead of trying to hide your shyness, then it can work wonders for you. Wonders for you. But if you try to hide your shyness and pretend to be something you're not, that's when it really plays against you. So let's dive back in. Yo, they gassing him up right now. Okay. Oh, okay.
Damn. I'm sorry. I've been with about 3 people. Was in high school and very unpredictable, as many high school relationships are.
So I've been in 3 previous relationships. All have been in either high school or middle school. How about y'all? Alright, I bet the next
Everybody has
question
things to
is
learn
gonna be
from their
like,
first relationship.
I can assume the next question is gonna be like, if you've been in a relationship less than 6 months or something like that with like a time frame, please leave the circle. That's kind of where I see this going on. Mind you, even though he's an introverted, shy guy, that doesn't mean he doesn't have like criteria for the woman he chooses. Being an introvert doesn't stop you from still being selective. So you can still be, very, very selective and have standards with the type of women you interact with. Now, as an introvert, it's just going to be a little bit more difficult for you to really put yourself up front into meeting these people organically or just naturally, just randomly meeting people. But usually with an introvert, when they get into a certain comfort situation with like a new person, that's when they begin to open up. So an introvert generally needs some type of structure in his life, whether it's social life, club, something to really put them in those social situations for them to build up and naturally meet new people. But just not approaching people randomly or pushing through social barriers just off the bat is kind of the barrier and the tough part for introverts. As a person who's been that kind of like introverted person for a long time, I understand where that's coming from. It's tough to really meet people organically unless you're put in certain situations or you put yourself in certain situations to naturally meet people.
Relationship. The fact of the matter is that people's first ones aren't always the best one, and I would just rather not be that first one.
Oh, get rid of him. Oh. They closing in on him.
More often than not, I find that like my social battery sort of like runs out faster than most people. But I still like to go out and like be with people, be around people, spend time with people.
He said, so how would y'all describe yourselves? I'd say I'm slightly more introverted than I am extroverted, but don't get it twisted. I like to have myself some fun sometimes.
Sometimes I can be a little bit like, I get too comfortable with not exploring and not seeing new things. And sometimes it'd be nice to have somebody that can, drag me out to things or like convince me to try something new.
All right, so we're getting like a mix of different opinions from these girls. Some saying they're more introverted and some are saying they're extroverted and that opposites attract. So with the opposites attract thing, like with extroverted women or extroverted people that you could relate to, that could be a big barrier and a big help for introverted people to go out and develop those social skills. Someone that can help them get into certain situations or that could allow them to open up more and be more comfortable communicating. If you put two introverted people, they may be more comfortable with each other and have more in common, but then they won't push each other to really go outside of those situations to really explore and try new things as much. So even as friendships, having extroverted people as friends, having extroverted people you can go to places with that could introduce you, that know people, could be a huge benefit to an introvert. So far, obviously, as an introvert, you want to put yourself in certain situations, engage in social activities such as clubs, sports, the gym, events, whatever it is that you may find interesting that will put you in a position to meet new people, as well as meet more extroverted people or have extroverted friends, maybe a couple that can help to put you out there and allow you to engage in those social situations with them as kind of a buffer. They'll be the ones to really interact, but you can tag along and be involved with them and slowly build up your social skills time after time. So having those things in place would really help an introverted person grow and build into a more effective communicator, let's say. no. Kicked him out.
If you had a deal breaker in terms of love languages, what love language are you not looking for?
I think definitely like receiving gifts and anything around the idea of like materialism, right? Because I feel like it says a lot about a person and what exactly they value. Getting gifts and receiving gifts and giving gifts is like what they're striving for in life. I think it says a lot. A love language I like to give to partners, words of affirmation. Words can hold a lot of weight sometimes, and people.
Yeah, I think my second would have to be words of affirmation and then physical touch. So he's saying his first love language is quality time, second is words of affirmation, and third is physical touch. Now, everyone, like, if you guys aren't aware of like what love languages are, it may be beneficial for you to look those up so you can know like what type of things certain people are more receptive to. Certain people like to spend time with each other. Certain people like more physical touch, physical attributes. Certain people just like hearing good things and hearing positive reaffirmations. So learning those love languages, which there's a ton of resources out there for that, you can definitely do that and get that familiarity with how people may be receptive to certain communications. But I have to point this out. One of the things I think this video did was obviously dress everyone in white shirts, black pants to kind of eliminate the biases from like this situation and focus more on the personality aspects of what this guy is and what makes him tick. So obviously there's definitely better looking girls in the face, right? Than some other girls. But it reduces the biases that could come with like, okay, maybe this person's fashion sense is a little off. Maybe this person, looks a little weird, whatever it is. And, maybe that doesn't attract that guy physically. So it's more of like a personality thing that goes a lot deeper.
Need the reassurance and they need, affirming messages.
Yo, that's cold. He said if your top love language is giving, receiving gifts, or acts of service, please leave the circle. Now, I mean, I guess that could be something, but I don't see the point of that. Maybe that's just not how he's receptive, but I don't think that's too heavy of a criteria to really base things on. So if he's judging people based off the fact that they like giving or receiving gifts, that's one different love language. So maybe that's not compatible with him. But personally, I don't see the point of like doing all that. You feel me? Oh, he got rid of the fucking cute ones. That's crazy. That damn, son. Wow. Maybe y'all should appreciate giving or receiving gifts more. Sheesh, dog.
We're down to four. We're still good. Hi. Should we stand up? Yeah. How's this all for you guys?
I'm kind of scary a little bit.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Yeah.
You're telling me, yeah.
Was there anyone that you actually liked the way they communicated over in the group text?
What was it? Alyssa.
He got rid of the fucking fire.
Cut out on the last one about love languages. I think she was the one that like would bake and stuff like that. Not that that was really nice.
No.
The part that feels bad is like I don't exactly like know.
No. I think the Jubilee people asked this question specifically for that reason. They knew that was an L. They knew that like, damn, you got rid of the cute ones right at the end, dog. Come on. But regardless, I mean, maybe the other ones fit his criteria better. But that one, just cause she would give like gifts of baking, I would guess. But damn, son, what a
Of
L.
them. So it's just like it feels like I'm already like cutting that, possibility off without getting to fully know them yet. But
Do you think that the way that someone talks through text can still like reveal a lot about their personality?
there are a lot of shallow people, I guess you could say, right, that will immediately judge you just from your appearance. I guess through text you really do get to see people for who they are. And again, you never know. Some people
Not really.
do filter themselves when it comes to texting, where they have a different, almost personality sometimes when they're texting in comparison to like being in person.
You guys go to school?
Yeah.
Or-
Yeah, I go to school.
Go to school, yeah.
Hmm?
That-
Where do you guys go?
What?
I go to Fullerton.
She's cute. The rest are not as cute. Sad times, my guy. Sad times. But I mean, if he finds them desirable and like attractive, and he likes their personality, then by all means. But regardless, those are some tips for introverted guys to really get more situated to meeting people and expressing themselves outside of their introversion. So those are some tips to use. But at the end of the day, I think he kind of messed up with the last question. He got rid of the girl that, could have been his soulmate, dog. It is what it is, sad times, but hopefully he recovers. L's aren't forever. Go back and take that W, my guy. As always, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, and remember to stay official. Peace.